I have had the most interesting experience of my life. We got to the bus stop and there was a filming crew there, and I was told what filming crew it was. I haven't been told I'm not allowed to say, but someone else has been told they're not allowed to say. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say or not, but I don't really know what's happening. So there was a filming crew there with some celebrities. I might say them and then make it mute and cover my mouth while I'm saying it in case I have to edit it out in the future. So turns out they're filming Race Around the World, and Princess Andre and Junior Andre were in Early Village, the town centre, Early Beach town centre. And then at the bus station, Sam Ryder and his tour manager were there. Turns out Sam Ryder ended up getting our bus, and we spoke for a little bit, shook hands, did a fist bump. It's probably going to be on TV and be really embarrassing, but hey ho. Then we had like a 2-hour bus ride that was running very, very late. The bus driver was a very interesting lady who didn't seem to want to drive at the speed limit at all. So we've got her like an hour later than planned. We were then picked up by the hostel, which was planned, but there was no space in the big van because the tour group arrived at the same time as me, the one that, and we've kind of been following each other around. So then I had to go in like this private car with Sam Ryder, his tour manager, and the camera crew team. And I sat in the front while they're filming, and oh, it was so embarrassing. And then I was like, oh, you don't want to hug me, I'm all sweaty. Why did I say that on TV? I say the weirdest things on TV. It's like the whole history repeating itself. Anyway, we spoke for a while on the drive up. It was lovely. And yeah, like I don't know what's happening. They've talked about like meeting up and taking more film, and I'm just like, so I've had to like take a picture with this consent waiver to say that they can use my things, but I didn't read it. And so I don't know if it said that I can't talk about it or I can't post it or what, I'm not sure. So anywho, I'm now at the hostel. I have a lovely room, but I had to wait like another 20 minutes to check in because there was a problem with my booking. But she said there wasn't a problem with my booking, just that people had moved rooms. So I've somehow ended up in the nicest room ever, and it's already a beautiful hostel. I went to the kitchen and the lobby area and the lounge area first, and they're gorgeous and modern. The grounds are beautiful. The wakeboarding part is perfect. And so I've ended up here. So as you come in, I've got a private room. She said no one else is going to be moving in. I've got TV. I've got 2 single beds. I've got a beautiful desk. I've got a bathroom with a pocket door, but obviously while I'm by myself, I don't really need the door. And then the most modern, nice bathroom going. Toilet, huge area. Toilet paper, sink, shower, which is handheld, which I cannot wait to use. From the weirdest experience, well, to this most stressful experience this morning, to the most weirdest experience on the bus, to now like the fanciest hotel experience. They've got towels, they've got pillows, 2 pillows. So yeah, I did think meals were included this evening, so it's a good job I picked up those 2 like little pasta pot dishes, because I've just been told meals aren't included, only breakfast, which is a shame. So I need to figure something out. I think I'm gonna put on some sun cream, go for a little bit of a walk around the grounds because it is quite hot, but a lot cooler than it was in Early Beach, which is nice. And then figure out what I'm doing. I don't quite know why my skin has broken out so much this trip, but I feel like every time I look in the mirror, I've got another one. So I've got 1 here now, like 3 on my chin, 1 here. Ugh, very annoying. Anyway, I've just put sun cream on everywhere and I am heading out. You know what it is? It's because I've just remembered, I bought the wrong face wash. I bought the gentle foaming face wash instead of the anti-blemish face wash that I've used for like the last, God knows how long, maybe like 15 years. I wonder if that's it. I know I'm using sun cream, but when I use sun cream usually on holiday, it doesn't make a difference. That's really annoying. Anyway, I won't be using it again because this is what it's doing to my skin. I've put sun cream on everywhere. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk, find out what's happening, find out when my wakeboarding class is, because this package includes 3 different activities. Tomorrow I've got my Paradise Platypus tour, which is like a rainforest walk, waterfall walk, waterfall swim, and platypus viewing. It's got breakfast included and lunch included at a pub. And then the next day I've got my sunrise breakfast with the kangaroos. So I get back relatively early. I just want to make sure, A, what time my wakeboarding is, and B, what time checkout is. So I've asked at reception. She is lovely. She said checkout's at 10. So I was asking about my wakeboarding class, and it's either at 11 on Friday or 12:30. So then I was asking about where I could shower afterwards, because obviously if you do the wakeboarding, you want a shower afterwards. There's showers here at the wakeboarding club, but she also said you can use any of the female dormitories. And then she also said, if no one needs my room, which at the moment they don't, I can stay in until it's like ready to go, which is very nice of her. I've now come down to the wakeboarding. When we arrived, there were some like adults doing it, and they were really, really good. They were doing like flips and backflips. This is some of the children's class. A couple of them have fallen over, which is obviously what I'm going to be doing. But this kid's really good. He's done a few jumps. Really cute, saying to his parents, watch this, watch this. And then they're also going around at different speeds. So some of them go fast and some of them go slow. I'm just walking around the wakeboarding park, and there's some brand new houses being put up that are really interesting, because you can see the ones that are finished, the ones that are almost finished, and the ones that aren't yet finished building. And the ones that get further and further that way don't have a garden. I know they look out onto this beautiful lake, but obviously it's very loud and stuff, so it's interesting. But these ones have a relatively big garden, like enough space to relax in, but not very private, so you won't be able to like sunbathe or anything in them. Spent like the last 3 hours watching their wakeboarding. It is so impressive, and the stunts and the moves that they do is amazing, but also really interesting how it works with like the zip wire system. Anyway, I'm starving. I've spent the last hour deciding what I want, looking through like Uber Eats, some of the restaurants nearby, and the restaurant that's at the hotel, the hostel. And I finally decided I was going to get it from the hostel because it was cheaper, and I've decided I really fancied pizza. Went to order, and they stopped serving the food 2 minutes before I got there. story of my life. So I've ended up ordering a takeaway. I'm gonna wait for that to arrive, and then I think I'm gonna come eat up here and watch some TV. I haven't watched TV for like 2 weeks, over 2 weeks. So yeah, I might just chill and watch TV in the room. I was about to say this looks really good because it smells amazing, but I've just opened the box and I'm a little bit disappointed. I did go for the value menu, which was a small pizza, ham and cheese pizza with chips and garlic bread, but it's tiny and it's very burnt. Hey ho, can't complain. It was only like £7 UK. Time for Hannah Montana. I'm starting to fall asleep because I'm tired, but I've had a very chilled evening in bed. I am now ready for bed. As you can tell, I've got my face oil on, so I'm all shiny. I've watched the Hannah Montana 20-year special, and now I'm watching the new series of Secret Life of Mom and Wives on Disney Plus. But I'm gonna head to bed. I slept pretty well last night, apart from I have been bitten hundreds of times. I should have thought to reapply my insect repellent because I was sat by a lake, but I didn't see any, and so I didn't feel like I was getting bitten, but obviously I was, especially on my toes. I've got like 3 big bites on my toes that wake me up about 3:30, and I haven't been able to get back to sleep since. I managed to probably drift off for about 15 minutes, and then my alarm went off at 7:30. But I am now ready. I've had a shower, I've got my sun cream on, I am dressed, I've got my swimming costume on underneath because we are going swimming later. I've got sun cream on all over, and I've got my walking boots on. So I'm gonna head down for breakfast, which is included in the price of this hostel. I can't remember if I said, but I'm staying at Adventure Lodge Mackay, which honestly, the nicest hostel. It's clean, it's modern, there's hot water in the shower, it's beautiful. So I'm gonna head down and see what breakfast is. I've packed my bag, I'm taking my rucksack just because I want to be prepared for anything and everything. I'm not sure what today holds. But it's probably way overpacked and it's probably gonna hurt my shoulders. But hey ho, it is what it is. That's my life. But yeah, I'm gonna head down, have some breakfast, come back up, go to the toilet, grab my bag, and then get ready to go. I mean, I am ready. Just head downstairs, ready to go.
So
for tea tonight, I've got a jam sandwich, an apple, I've got some crisps in my bag, I've got some leftover Tim Tams, and a chocolate muffin that I bought yesterday. That was literally the nicest breakfast I've had. They had like toast, bread, different types of bread. They had apple and mango juice, which I love apple and mango juice. I had 2 glasses of that. They had cereal, loads of different cereal options, granola options, fruit options, and yogurts. So I had a mango yogurt, I had a Cocoa Pops bowl of cereal, I had 1 slice of toast, and then I may have sneakily taken some food for tea tonight. There is lunch on the trip today at the pub, so I'm hoping I can have like my big meal on the lunchtime and then have like a little snacky meal for tonight. So I actually spoke to Sam Ryder this morning, and he's doing the trips the other way around with the tour group that I've been travelling with, but not like doing things with. So that's a shame because I thought he was going to be doing the things with me and I was going to be doing it with him and the tour group that I've got to know. But anyway, I'm not. We've just got to Finch Hatton Gorge. We're doing the first hike, which is the waterfall hike. So we're going up to some waterfalls to have a little swim, then going for lunch at a pub, and then doing the hike to the top of the waterfall to see the platypus. Walked up to the waterfall and had a swim, which was lovely, and now we've come to the restaurant down the road to have a lunch. I've actually ordered fish. Most people have gone for pie, but I don't really like pie and I really fancy fish, so I'm hoping they have it in stock.
We had a lot of people come to Australia and move around Australia mining and panning for gold, and this is one of the towns that happened in. So for a lot of places in Australia, it would have just created these ghost towns. After the gold kind of runs out, people just move away, and if there isn't enough reason to hang around, it just becomes like rubble and yeah, just these old abandoned buildings that no one really uses anymore.
So we finished lunch. I really enjoyed mine, but I think a lot of people complained, so I felt quite lucky and very filled. We've now come to what I think is pronounced Youngella National Park, and to a broken river, which apparently the full name is Broken River Dreams, to see the platypus. It's actually really pretty here. It's another rainforest. I'll put the spelling of the actual place on the screen because I've been calling it Eugenella. Eugenella? Eugenella. Three viewing points here to see the platypus, and we've not seen any yet. Seen lots of turtles, some fish, some butterflies, an iguana, but yeah, no platypus. Everyone's being really loud despite him saying like you need to be quiet, so I've let them go ahead to the next spot again in the hopes that one will come out. Half the group have climbed up here, but there's just no way. Very sad because I bet they're seeing them because this half of the group are really loud. But yeah. Now this half of the group are screaming at the top of their lungs for some reason. I don't know why. They're having like some sort of competition. God, I wish I could go back to pre-Morocco and not hurt my ankle, because since then things have kind of gone downhill with like my health. Before that I used to play like tennis and everything at university and I really enjoyed it, and obviously I've got more unfit because it hurts and I can't do as much, and then that then has a follow-on effect because you put on more weight and it makes it more hard to move around and stuff. If only. There'd be a lot of things I would change in life. I know people say like you wouldn't be where you are, but actually I'd probably be in a much better place, and I'd be able to go up there with all the people that want to see the platypus. And the fact that they've not come back makes me think that they're probably seeing quite a few.
About at night time, they'll smash a lot of the fruits.
I've just come back upstairs to my room and Sam Ryder and his team of camera crew are leaving, which is sad. I genuinely thought they were doing the tours with me today, but they did it with the other tour group that I arrived with, and then I'm doing the opposite schedule for some reason. I'm not sure why. It wasn't supposed to be the case because my tour guide who emailed me has ended up doing all the trips with them, which is a shame because I got to know her a little bit. But I've just come upstairs. I'm having like a mug pasta just because it needs eating, but I've obviously got my jam sandwich and stuff. It's about 7:30. I've just been watching the wakeboarding again, and then I've just been chatting to Sam and his team. and then I'm gonna have a shower. But I've checked and I'm allowed to have this room for another day. So I don't have to check out till 5 and then my bus is at 7. So that'll be perfect. I can wash my hair tomorrow. Annoyingly, I didn't realise that he was leaving today. Otherwise, I probably would have asked for a picture because he's taken a picture with other people. But yeah, it's a bit late because he's got like all the camera gear on, all like the microphones, his backpack. So I was chatting to him for a little bit, but yeah, not had a picture. I cannot eat that. The flavour's nice, but the pasta's crunchy. Maybe I didn't put enough water in it, but yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna head to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you next time.